John Dickinson, 95.7 The Game. For Draymond, Draymond, did you feel you were maybe a little too amped to start the game? And also, what did you think of the way you guys started and the way you guys withstood the early run?
I think I was a bit overzealous, a bit amped up. But I'd rather that any day than coming out flat. So, I'll take that. I'll live with that and live with the results. And as far as our start, they got up to a good start. You expect that at home. I think, James was hitting some tough shots. But to withstand that run, it says a lot about our team. We withstood the first run. I think we were down 12-4, and we were able to get back in the game. And then they went on another 8-0 run. So to, go through all that, and I think we came out of the first quarter down 1. That was big for us.
Dave Schilling, Bleacher Report, over here. Draymond, talking a little bit more about that early start to the game. When you're on the road and you're playing in front of a hostile crowd like that, how do you then bring yourself back down, calm down, reset, and get to the point where you can win a basketball game like you did tonight? And then also, how do you deal with those fans as you're kind of leaving, going through the tunnel, and they're, saying whatever they might say when they're a hostile crowd?
Well, I think, there are times in, a ton of games where you just kind of have to reel it back in, whether good or bad. You could be playing too good and get overhyped. You could be playing horrible and down on yourself. I think that's all a part of being a pro. It makes a difference having great teammates who are always supporting, having a great coaching staff who's always supporting. That makes a difference as far as, you tied up 56-56 walking into the tunnel. Ain't much somebody can really say, and I don't really pay much attention to what people are yelling from the crowd anyway. I can get in trouble and lose money, they can't. So it's a lose-lose battle for me.
Logan Murdoch with the Bay Area News Group was for you, Klay, and the second part for you, Draymond. Klay, it seemed like you were feeling it tonight, even after a three, even kind of gesture to the crowd. How did you feel tonight? And then for Draymond, what kind of element does it bring when he's on fire like that?
I felt great. This is the best time of the year. Only second to the finals. You could just feel the energy in the building at tip-off. And shot was feeling good. Still a little upset about myself going 6-15 from 3. But I'll hopefully be better Wednesday. But like I said, I felt great, and we've been waiting all year for this opportunity. And this is what you train so hard for, is playing an atmosphere like this. And we enjoy every second of it.
It's, obviously when Klay gets it going like that, it really opens the floor for us. It makes us all the more dangerous in transition when he's running the wing and shooting like that. Nonetheless, that's a huge part of our offense, so it's no surprise that he's able to get it going. That's kind of what we expect.
Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat, sort of right in front of you guys. Klay, Durant, and Harden were both spectacular tonight. What's it like mentally when you're guarding someone where, even with a hand in the face, they're making shots? And then Draymond, was there a favorite KD moment that you had tonight?
Well, it's no fun. It's no fun when someone's making those type of shots because you feel like you did everything in your power to force a bad shot. But that's why they're 2 MVP caliber players, because they make those, and the greats do. And I've grown a lot, and our whole team has not getting deflated. They can go on an 8-0, 10-0 run, but we got so much firepower and playmaking ability. We can get right back into it in a few minutes. So it's no fun, but it's part of the game. You just got to play through it.
I think my favorite moment was the one where he drove baseline in the fourth quarter, and he rose up over 2 guys, like flying and leaning out of bounds, and it's kind of a little stick shot. They played great defense on that play, so for him to still hit that shot, it was tough.
Anthony Slater with The Athletic. Klay, can you remember a game where you were that open from 3 that many times? It seemed like, you had some looks without anyone on you.
There've been many, but in the playoffs, not too many. You just got to take advantage. We got so many great players on this team. They're going to draw attention. You just got to be ready to shoot. Like a guy like Nick Young, who made a huge impact tonight. Might have not been getting the minutes as he wanted in the previous series, but he's a pro and he stayed ready and he stretched the floor the best with anybody. Hopefully, I can get the same kind of looks on Wednesday if I, just run around and look, hunk great shots.
Draymond, Houston Chronicle. There was some real looking. It looked like some tense clashes between you and Trevor Ariza at certain points in this game. What was I don't know. What was the battle between you two guys like tonight?
I don't really think we had really any crashes other than me setting the screen. Other than that, we didn't really come in. You know, he was on Steph and KD. We didn't really have any clashes. However, I did think I set a good screen, though.
Badeo Gutui, Kwese Sports. Draymond, you guys started this game with so much intensity. I just want to know, is it because it's the first game, or this is the way you're going to keep pushing it? Second game, third game, all through the series?
No, that's because it's the conference finals. And the further along you get in the playoffs, the more intensity you have to bring in order to win. You know, being that we've been in the finals 3 straight years, I understand that. So I know where my intensity level needs to be in order to help this team win games. So that's what I try to do.
One for both of you guys, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Klay, when you watched Kevin tonight and you saw what he was able to do in the mid-range, and they only had single coverage on him, and the way he got amped up and wanted to get back in the game at times and begged Steve to play 48, what did you think about, you know, his energy and his competitive spirit?
Oh man, when he's like that, he's unstoppable. I've experienced it, played him one-on-one. You feel like you do everything you can to cut him off, but he's so good at just rising up, probably the best in the NBA, and just getting a good look no matter who's on him. And he makes us go when he does that. So does Draymond and Steph, you know, when they're pumping their chest, playing with that spirit. And it just trickles down everyone on this team, because when the best player can do that, it's easy to follow.
Last week you kind of mentioned to Kevin after Game 3 that he wasn't aggressive enough against New Orleans. How would you compare the kind of Kevin that you saw in this game compared to back then?
I think it's a huge difference. We saw it in Game 4, we saw it in Game 5, and we saw it tonight. You know, we always need him to stay aggressive like that. You know, I think sometimes when you play on such a great team with other great scorers and Klay and Steph, you tend to sometimes think, oh, man, I need to get him a shot. The way our offense is set up, the ball is going to find those 3 guys, and they're going to get their shots. And so, you know, when he's playing aggressive like that, you know, we're really tough to beat. You know, Steph didn't really even get it going tonight. Klay had it going, but you know, we can get all 3 of those guys clicking, which we have plenty of times. You know, that's great for us.